Hey, how you doing? It's all quiet out there and everything. Wasn't even sure if I was going to do a live or not because, well, we're getting so suppressed that no one's even watching the lives anymore, and so I don't even have much to say on them anymore. But on other outlets, they're not suppressing you as much. I wonder why TikTok is suppressing everyone so much because all they're doing is making everyone mad out there, and I'm not sure why. But it's getting ridiculous. We got so many things going on. I guess that's the least of everyone's worries with everything going on. I guess so. It is what it is. So I figure I get these towels painted for my office and put the office together so I can get started on my next project. There's so many things to do, so little time, so little want to do it, but I'm going to get it done sooner or later, hopefully. And the reason I'm painting them is because some of them got yellowed and everything, so we just want it all to match, but it looks like it's going to be a bigger pain in the ass than I thought because it's got the all these holes in it, which makes it a little bit harder to roll out than I thought. But you'll see the next one, and you'll see why I'm painting it when you see the next one. Some of it is rolling in, and some of it's not. I'm not trying to get it filled in the black spots. I was actually just trying to make it white again. It looks like it's going to have issues on areas. Oh well, that is what it is. Because I'm not going to sit here and try to fill in every bit of that with paint because that's going to be a pain in the butt. And we're not doing that today. We're just trying to get them painted so they look good for the room in there and everything. I'm going to take it in here and let it dry so I can put it in the ceiling when it's done. So I'm going to put it right here. Can't see me, but you can probably hear me since I got my mic on. I don't know how good these mics work, so y'all can tell me how good they work. That'd be great. Uh, I know the other day I was watching one of the lives and the sound on it was just horrible and everything. So I've been trying to use my mics a little bit more because without the mics, we don't want it to sound like that. We want it to sound better. So I'm just trying to learn all this stuff and get everything going because I've got a lot of things I've got coming and everything. So many things to do, so little time, so little want to do it. Trying to downsize and build up at the same time. I don't know how to explain that, but so all our fill bag stuff outside here that is normally out here, we no longer have a place to get that stuff. So we're gonna get rid of the fill bag. That's our next thing. Is once we get sorted out of everything upstairs and storage and everything down here in storage and everything from the house in storage and everything, then we're going to start getting rid of the fill bag out here. I think unless we can get people to donate. I've been trying and everything, but there hasn't been much. What do you call it? Much response to that. So if people don't want to sponsor it, that's cool with me. I don't care. I mean, I kind of do. I mean, it would have been nice, but at the same time, it's going to be less work for me. So if that's how it is, that's how it is. I'm okay with that, I guess. There we go. Get that painted. But yeah, if you saw how dirty this one was, you can see why I'm painting them now and everything. There's some yellowing and stuff like that on them. There's water stains from where areas were leaking and all kinds of stuff. So we're just trying to make it look nice again. Who knows if it will? It'll look better than it did, that's for sure. I don't have a lot of money to go redo everything, but I'm trying to make it as nice as I can for what I'm doing. I already know it's not going to be perfect, and I never expected it to. And there you go. Sucks about these things is it don't fill in that white. So you get some areas that it fills in all of it, so you don't see no dark, and then you got other spots where it don't. But for what I'm doing, it's a lot better than going and buying the things again and everything. So I'm just going to paint them up, throw them up, and hopefully they'll look good. Who knows? We're going to see. I know it's going to take me longer to do this than I wanted to, but it is what it is. People always driving around here like idiots. Yeah, it'll have patches, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll look good. It's not like we all going to sit there and stare at the ceiling. Unless we get a little bliss, and we'd be like, hey, look at the ceiling. It's so pretty up here. You're a moron. Yeah, I am. Whew, I think I just smelled a skunk. Now, by a skunk, I don't know if I'm actually smelling a skunk or if I'm smelling someone skunking it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I think someone's smoking some broccoli. And if you still don't know what I'm talking about, I give up. It's not my fault that TikTok likes to censor everything we do. Kind of like having an adult standing over you all the time going, no, 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 don't do that. I mean, I understand we don't want bullying and stuff like that. But from what I've seen, it still happens all day long on here. Still does. It happens all the time. I know because I see it all the time. And now they're like, you know, I used to put comments on and they'd be like, oh, you can't say that. But then I see other people, they're just like, now, instead of saying, you can't say that, they're like, oh, this comment's been hidden until you say something. So who knows? I don't even know what's going on with it. But I feel like we've been more censored lately than we ever were on it. And so that makes me wonder, you know, did China and Trump already make a deal on something where they do this or that and everything, and he looks like the good guy and we all get screwed anyway? I don't know. Makes you wonder. Things that make you go, But no one really knows except for the people involved and everything. But who knows? They trying to stop us from doing all kinds of things. I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, I'm not trying to get political with it because I really don't know. I just know that I'm getting tired of the way people acting around and everything. Like these politicians, they act like their crap don't stink, and you got attorneys that act like their crap don't stink, and you know, they won't even arrest a druggie for tweaking out all over town. That sucker can tweak all day long, and it don't matter. But someone that's been out drinking or something, man, they right up their butt instantly. I don't do either, so I don't have to worry about it and everything. So we got those painted. Now I'm going to take these in to dry. And so forth and so on. And we're just going to keep doing that. Because I've got 12 big panels in there too. So we got quite a few panels to do and everything. Yeah, I got so much going on. I don't know which way I'm going, but yeah, we're trying to get it all done. There I am again. Yeah. So we got those painted. Now we're going to, oh yeah, I got to take these in. Now I'm going to paint these bigger ones. And then we got the really big ones inside. And get all the ceiling tiles painted. Then they can dry overnight. Then we can put them in and not worry about them and everything. And then start with our next projects. You know, we got so many projects going on. I'm just trying to downsize everything. I'm not trying to be big like I used to be and do all this and that and everything else. I'm just trying to do what I need to do and survive and have a good time and everything. I'm just taking it one day at a time around here. I don't get too excited about too many things going on. And so we got those. Oh, I got two more I got to take in because those are painted. And then we'll do these smaller ones. And then we'll start bringing out the bigger ones to get them done and everything. But yeah, I don't like painting these ceiling tiles. They're a pain in the butt. And I think the ones in this main store here, they turned them over and painted them so they wouldn't have the holes to fill in. And that just looks weird to me, but either way, it works, you know. So I think it'll look good when it's done, regardless. And I got the whole room painted out except for a few touch-up things in the closet I got to paint tonight or tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow because I am so tired. It's not even funny. And let's see here. Anyone got anything to say? Anyone got any questions or anything? I'm just curious. I should have just left that alone there and everything. But yeah, we're painting the tiles for the office and everything. Oh, we got some people popping in, but they're popping right back out as quick as they can. So hopefully we'll pick up on this live thing and we'll get back to where we were with all the things. And maybe I'll start actually having interesting things to say anymore. Because right now I don't feel like I have too much interesting to say. I just know I keep going in circles trying to get this stuff done. And then I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get my new stuff because our distributor is gone. Or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't really a distributor. It was an auction that we used to go to. And we used to go get all kinds of stuff. After over 40 years, they have closed up that auction and decided to turn it into a store where the prices are about 10 times what I was paying. So there is no way I can go get stuff to give away to people dirt cheap. A lot of people don't realize we used to, what we did is we would get stuff cheap because I was going through so many health issues and everything. So I just bought a whole bunch of stuff cheap and just kept throwing it out and kept it going. It paid the bills. It did everything. And it was easy for me when I was going through all my health issues and everything because MS is no fun and everything. Never got everything done, but we went and got some herbal supplements and did some things. You know, I got that CMOS and then got the ivermectin going and the benzenol and all that goodies and everything. And I'll tell you what, I feel like a whole new person anymore. It's definitely way different than it was before that, because before that I could barely walk, I could barely stand up half the time, I could barely function, and now you see me going. I'm going so much I can't keep up with myself. I'm trying to make sure I get my 1 live a day in, and I'm trying to get my other stuff done, and trying to get the office painted, and then we're trying to do all kinds of things, but we're slowly getting it done. It's just one day at a time. It's just so much to do because, like I said, my wife, after she broke her pelvis, she can't stand for very long. She can't do a whole lot, so she does a lot of door dashing. And right now, she's making more on DoorDash than I'm making in the store. So that should tell you something's going on out there. It ain't too fun. So I know that DoorDash has started a new thing now where every year they're going to start verifying people because they've had too many fraudulent people sign up for it and everything. And now you look at Uber. I guess they're going down for something. I'm not sure exactly what happened with them, but I guess everyone's saying boycott Uber and everything and go for Lyft. Well, I don't do either of those, so we don't know anything about it. But I do know that my wife's been doing DoorDash for quite a while, and the other day they said, oh, you got to start renewing everything because everyone is out there using fake documents and everything else. So they're going to start verifying everyone on what they're doing. Kind of like they're doing with all our government assistance and everything. They're checking everything because there's so much fraud out here nowadays, and it's just getting ridiculous. There's good things going on, and there's bad things going on everywhere. I don't know what to think about it all. I'm not really into the political. I'm more into, hey, let's laugh and have a good time, you know. I'm not trying to tell anyone how to live their life, and I don't think anyone else should tell someone how to live their life. You know, you want to live one way and you're not hurting me, why the hell should I even open up my mouth to say anything to you? I shouldn't, you know, other than, hey, glad you're happy, and that's what matters, you know. So people need to quit trying to be bossy and force people to do what they want to do, because that's not the way we're supposed to be living. You know, we're supposed to, it's like all this ICE crap. That's such a, I mean, people are getting mad. They're going to get mad at what I'm going to say. But I remember them saying they were going to go after the people that committed the crimes and did all the other stuff, you know, people, criminals and everything. That's who they were supposed to be going after. Not going after students in school that are 4 years old and pregnant women and everything else, and people that have been trying to get their documents. That's where people are getting upset and drawing the line. because they're not just going after just a little bit of people, they're going after everyone. And that's where people are getting upset, and that's why we're having the issues we're having. And now he's trying to back down on it, saying, oh, we need these workers and stuff. But it's almost like he's saying, well, we'll keep these slaves. And that's messed up, because that's not how they're talking about Mexicans and everything. They're the ones who are going to do the stuff. They're going to do it cheap. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So it's kind of messed up, the world we live in. And then we all got World War III popping off in the background, so that's really lovely. So now they're talking about whether they're going to nuke people and all that kind of stuff and everything else. So who knows what's going to go on. I know they're already bombing the snot out of Iran, but that's not going to go over as well as people think. It's going to get ugly over there. And Trump's trying to say he had nothing to do with it. He didn't know anything about it. And everyone's like, oh, he knew about it, but he didn't. But he probably didn't have anything to do with it at that time, but he knew. So who knows what's going on with the world? I really don't know. I think there's two under there. I just hope that things will calm down soon and people will quit being so damn greedy, because that's the biggest problem in this world right now, is greed is taking over all of us. And that's pretty much how it is. It is what it is. I know y'all getting tired of seeing me paint and all this other stuff, but I've got so many other things to do. I mean, that's why it's the life of Rob and Nikki, But you never see my wife, because she's always riding and doing all that other stuff. Once in a while, you'll see her pop in and give me heck and then pop right back out. But, we just take it one day at a time and do what we need to do. Oh, that was about as smart as they come right there. Y'all see what I just did? Yeah, that's right. I just hand palmed it. Yeah, I stink palmed it. So we're going to let this one dry, because it had a little bit of stuff come through it. So we got to let that dry and everything, so it will soak up on it. Let's see here. That's the problem with doing those tiles, though, because if you don't squish it down real hard, it won't get in those holes. But if you get in all them holes, then it's going to take up a lot of paint. So it's kind of a lose-lose there, huh? So we're just going to keep going. I think I got 12 more big ones in there. No, 13. 13 more big ones in there, and then these. And then we'll be done with the tiles. And then I just got to let them dry. There's a few I got to recut, because we're changing a few of them out that are just not worth it, because they got smashed up and everything because we use that room for storage. And at one time, and a whole bunch of mice came in, and that's what tore up the walls and everything else. So we had to clean up all that and everything else. So we quit using that distributor too, because they were like, well, we told you that there might be mice on the thing. Yeah, might be is one thing, but having hundreds of them pop out all over the place, it was just horrible. I've never seen so many mice in my life. And I'm going to pass and don't want to see that again. By the way, whoops, I'm probably going to get it on my pants now. Good job. Yeah, whoops, I just painted the building. It needs to be painted, but not white. I mean, we could paint it white, but I don't think this interior paint's going to hold up real good. Let's see. So much fun. You want to make sure it's even, but the problem is you can't get it in the holes. So it's so much fun trying to keep up with everything. So I'm just about done with all the small stuff. It's not taking very long. It's just annoying. More than anything, it's just annoying. So we're going to go put this in here, come back and do that. And we'll grab these last few and get them done. So we just keep going at it one day at a time, and we're going to get it all done. And this one here is the one for the closet. A little bit smaller than the bigger ones, but not much smaller. Trying not to get paint all over myself while I'm moving these, because I tend to get paint all over myself, and my wife got a little upset because I got paint all over my new Pokemon shirt. So can't really get upset. She just pretty much told me, be careful, minion, because I wasn't being careful, obviously. See, on that one, it's just shining right through. I'm gonna have to look at that other one, see if it shined right through too, because I'm pretty sure it probably did. And that sucks. There's some pipes in the closet. I'm not even sure what they're for, but they come out of the ground. They're probably air pipes for the sewer or something. I really don't know, but I'm gonna get. I gotta paint them, and this thing goes around those in the closet right there. That's why it has the holes in it right there. We're just going to do it like that. And anytime you got the holes like that, it's a pain. I've got towels like that in my family room at the house. It's got little ceiling towels like this, but not the big one. It's got the little 1 foot by 1 foot. And you can see that someone started to paint it, but they realized how much of a pain in the butt that was because they are trying to get, because they started doing all the holes on the inside too, and that's a pain in the butt, and it takes a little bit of time. So there's that. That's done. But we're going to have to let that dry and see if it shades out again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one and stick it somewhere. Probably just stick it on this side of the table. Hopefully I don't get white paint on it, but if I do, oh well, it happens. I'm not too worried about it because this is my outside furniture anyway. So we're not getting too worried about it. I'll take this one here, put it over here. And see, this is at least my concerns. I don't have all the concerns that everyone else is going through right now. Eventually, we're probably all going to have that if things don't get better, though. So I hope that everything's going okay for people out there. I hope people are being safe, and because I don't trust anyone right now. Well, I haven't trusted anyone for a while because of things that happened with me, but now I'm getting to the point I just don't trust anyone. So I'd be very careful out there. Be careful who you trust and everything, and go from there because you want to be careful. And that one needs to be redone. Yeah, I thought it was going to need to be. So I'm going to have to take this one back out and touch it up because it is going to need another layer. Because the ones that got little spots on them, the paint's coming through. But there we go. I got that one too. We'll put it right there to dry. Then we'll paint over it again. Hopefully that'll soak up a little bit better. That's the thing about these tiles. They really do soak up the paint. They really soak it up bad. So, but it's like I don't even know what these are considered. It's like a soft pressed board. Nasty. Not the greatest stuff to use. There we go. Paint this one next. But yeah, I'm just trying to get everything done. You know, like I said before, it's just me and my wife anymore. We don't have a lot of help. We just do what we can and keep going and everything. And so we're doing what we can. And so we're hoping, because we were trying to do that. Like I said, we were trying to get everything together and get some loads in and start doing the other stuff. But as soon as I went to go get the load, that's when I found out, oh my gosh, they closed. No warning, no nothing. They closed. Changed it into a store. But that's what I get for taking off about, well, let's see. My wife was in the wheelchair for 3 months. And then she got out of it and everything. And then we worked on the store and redid it and everything. And then we were going to, oops, shit, fuck that up. Should have done that on the other thing. My bad. I messed it up. But we should have done the, oh, I forgot what I was saying now. I feel like a retard, dummy sometimes. Yeah, I just feel it. Okay, so I don't even remember where I was going with that. But we were trying to get a whole bunch of stuff in, and we were going to start doing, every time we were going to start doing lives and show you unloading the trailer and all the cool stuff we got and everything. The only problem is, like I said, those deals have ended because they ended that auction, and they turned it into a store, and now everything at that store is 10 times what we were paying for it. So unfortunately, you can't make money off that and give it away at the same time and survive. And I'm not making a lot of money. I never have made a lot of money doing this, except for back in the day when I first started doing it. The first 10 years, I made a fortune. But I was doing all kinds of other stuff. We were following, we had the video store in here. We had the video games and everything. And so we had the toys and all that stuff going on. What messed it up for us is all the let's see, they opened a GameStop here, and then they opened Redbox, and then Family Video opened, and it was just one thing after another, and the digital media was taken off and everything, so it just kind of killed me. It was Redbox that pretty much killed me and everything. When they came out, it was like $1 a movie, and we were renting them. We had to pay a rental fee of $1.20 when we rented it because we leased our movies through RentTrack, and so every movie we rented out was $1.25. We had to pay them. Well, it's kind of hard to compete and keep your movies low when Redbox was renting everything for $1. So I couldn't even compete with that. I tried to compete with it, but I couldn't. So I eventually gave up with the rentals and got out of it. And at the same time, they had Family Video come in, and it had taken over and everything. And they did good for a little while, but unfortunately, it was already too late for the digital age 10 years ago. It was already over. Everything was moving on, and people were moving on, and it was just pretty much ending. And now GameStop, they closed up around here. Let's see. Family Video closed up about 3-4 years ago. Well, 4 or 5 years ago now. That's sad, but that's true. They closed up about 4 or 5 years ago. And then after they closed up, Johnny's moved in there, and they closed up, so that's empty again. And then on top of it, we had GameStop just closed up last year, or was it the first of the year, somewhere around that. It just happened within the last few months and everything. So they closed that up, and then so yeah, it's just all kinds of fun. So everything's gone now, and here I am here, but the problem is there's no real call for it. I mean, yeah, we sell video games still. You know, everyone wants the new video games. The problem is you can't find a whole lot of new video games and newer stuff real cheap because everyone wants pretty much what you can sell it for, or they want more than what you can sell it for. Because when you get online, the prices of everything going online is killing it. So it's kind of hard. What do? You know what I mean? You just take it one day at a time. And I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to get going. I'm going to figure things out. Don't worry about that. I just got to get my office and everything cleaned up, and I'm doing what I was going to do years ago, and that is getting rid of all the excess. So when I get stuff in, I can just deal with it at the time. I have not decided if I'm going to keep the store open. I know it'll stay open for a while, at least a year or two. And if things go really good and I don't have no help, it's going to probably go away. I'm hoping that I get to rewrite my script and everything and do one movie in there before I sell the building, if I do, within the next couple of years. But at the same time, I'm getting too old to be caring about all that, so I don't even know if I'm going to do it. But I'm hoping. You'll hear all the trucks going by. That's how much fun I'm having and everything. So it's just one day at a time. Who knows what's going to happen with everything. But we just take it one day at a time. There's one done. And I only got, 11 more of them suckers to go. And by the time they're done, who knows? And I know some people be like, hey, wouldn't it be cheaper to go buy those? Well, if you think about it, it ain't very much to buy these because I think it's like 4 of them for like $15 or $20 or something like that. I don't remember what the price is now. But if you add that up, that's what, 12, 16. That's still coming out to about $100 to buy all that. So, and yeah, of course, the paint costs money too. So it's kind of a catch-22 with it. But I got to paint the whole room anyway. And I think it's looking good with the way it's coming out. I'm not doing a lot of paint on it. I'm just enough to make it match and everything on some of them. And then some of them, there's some of them that really need to be done real good. And then there's some of them that just need to be just done just enough to get the yellow off so they'll match the other ones. Because they look kind of funny if you redo some of them white and then you don't do the rest of them white. And you got some yellow and some not. That's kind of goofy looking and everything. So we got this though. It's going to be nice. See, there's like a yellow edge on here too. So we're going to get that off because that goes in that little end there. And then it just stays away. I don't know why it turns yellow in there. You'd think the other sparks would turn yellow before the edge would, since it's under the metal, but who knows? I'm not sure how that works. I'm not even worried about it. I just want to get these painted. Now I'm going to go do some touch up in that room after I'm done here. Make it look real good. Because tomorrow I want to clean that carpet, and then I want to start bringing down the furniture and putting it in there. And then get my computer set up and all that goodies. And then I might feel more at home with everything going on right now. So that'd be nice. We're going to take this and go put it in there. And I got to redo, I think, 10 more of these. And then I've got those 3 over there to redo because it's shined through. But after I get those done, it's going to look real nice. Let these dry, and then I can go pop them into the ceiling. It's going to really look like a room in there again. I forgot to take the pictures before I started painting them because I wanted to do a little side screen for y'all to see where it came from and where it is. So some of the lives I did, I'm going to probably just have to screenshot some of it out of it just to show you. But I need to remember to take the pictures for all of it. That's the main thing. But yeah, we're getting it. We got 10 more to do plus these 3. So if I do quick and good, I'll be okay. So there. I think it's looking good. See, it's got a yellow tint to these, is why I'm doing them. And I think my wife just pulled up. You can hear the bounce and singing and all that. No, that's someone else driving by. Oh, yeehaw. Kind of weird. The views on my TikTok are really good, but for the live, but the other is not so much. You having fun yet? Me neither. I still got 10 of these things to go. It was muggy earlier, man. When you got out here, it was so muggy. I was like, I feel like I'm swamp assed right now. I'm sweating so bad. Most of these aren't too bad. They're just enough that it has to be done just to get the yellow off of it. But most of them ain't too bad. I got, I think, 9 more to go because I've got another stack in there. And then I got to repaint these other 3 because the stains went through on them. Can't barely see them. But yeah, so much fun, huh? Oh, shit. That's the first one, I think. Whew. Let's figure out what you're going to do for dinner. Pizza. That's what I would have went with.
I was going to go to Walmart, but then it was raining.
Right? That rain makes it all muggy anyway. Oh, muggy. Nasty, muggy. Swampy. Gives you swampy butt. Okay. So yeah, I got those ones there to paint. Sorry. And then I've got these ones to redo. You can go eat. What? You want me to come now? I mean, I'm trying to get these out real quick. It shouldn't take me more than 20 more minutes to get the rest of these out. Because they're not real bad, most of them. I just got to give it a quick run over, and it should be fine. There's that. And we got, I think, 7 or 8 more left to do. And there's that. So we'll check in tomorrow and see how we're doing, and we'll see you till tomorrow. And y'all have a great day and stay safe. And stop by and see me sometime if you can. Y'all have a great one. We appreciate you. And that's